never really die if you're contributing something.
This Organized Chaos video is brought to you by Gems Art Studio. Gems Art Studio is an online store that allows access to prints that you can use for most anything, obviously as just a picture, or as a wallpaper, or as a bookmark, or anything you can think of. You can find Gems Art Studio at etsy.com/shop/Gems Art Studio. This video is also brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Tadd Galusha. I'm a comic book illustrator and writer.
So I see here that you have done the art for the cover of Vampire Foxes from Space.
Yes.
So did you have any ideas for it? Were you given any pictures to design off of?
Yeah, I was given some reference images, and I was allowed to watch the film. And then basically, like any illustration, you submit some comps based off the notes that you're given, and then we just went from there. One of my best friends, Big Brian Bales from the Blue Tiger Revenge podcast, he's actually one of the dead bodies there on the cover.
Well, that must be a fun role.
Yeah, he enjoyed it. Shout out to Big Brian, wherever he is.
So you also mentioned that you do comics too. Are there any comics you would like to talk about?
Sure. I just brought kind of books that I wrote and illustrated. So I've got a copy of Cretaceous. It's published by Oni Press, I think about 2 years ago. I wrote and illustrated it, and it's dinosaurs. Yeah. It's the story of a tyrannosaur basically making its way through the wilds of Laramidia, or North America, 67 million years ago. And so I've got some copies of that here, and then this is my new book. It's a zine for an imprint that I just started, called Bagisha of the Badlands, and this is the first publication of it, and I'm just used to selling it,
So, what type of things inspire you in your writing process?
Life, pretty much. There's things you're interested in. Both for personal experience. Obviously, I couldn't do that with Cretaceous, but I did a lot of research on animals in North America, and that's where I got that was kind of the catalyst for a lot of the, let's say, storylines in that book, main plot, subplots. Bagisha, the Badland, was it just pulled from some life stuff, and then kind of went from there.
Okay, so for how many comps do you normally go through?
For the movie poster, I think I submitted 2 or 3 possible layouts, and then we went with the one that best fit kind of the producer's vision for it, and then I just went from there and illustrated it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for how long have you been doing art?
Let's see. I got out of school in 2009. And I was lucky enough to be working a little bit, doing a few freelance gigs while I was in school. But I probably really started working professionally, consistently, probably around 2010. So about 11 years now, I've been doing this crazy thing.
Do you have any tips for new artists who think they want to maybe have this as their career?
Yeah, draw. Don't make excuses. Draw. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Draw your ass off every day. Every day, draw your ass off, because the people that want to do this are doing that. So, and it's very competitive. That's the only advice I can give you. Yeah. Shit.
Do you make a living doing this?
Yes. This is what I do full time. So
fabulous. That's amazing.
This is all I do.
What do you get out of it?
What do I get out of it?
What do you get out of it? That's weird, right?
Yeah, that's weird. What do you mean, personally? Or?
Yeah. How does it feel in your soul, kind of thing?
In my soul. Wow.
There we go.
Good question.
Let's get metaphysical.
We're getting deep.
Let's get metaphysical.
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
What would happen if you couldn't draw tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. It's just. I heard a quote once, and it was by a Canadian actor, and he said, "You never really die if you're contributing something," and he meant that you're putting something out in the zeitgeist for people to enjoy, and in that way, you'll always stay, in a sense, immortal, like because you're putting something out into the universal zeitgeist. And so, I kind of live by that code. Like, I don't know, you're working towards immortality by putting something out there that maybe one person or maybe a million people will enjoy it, but you're having some kind of impact in a positive way in somebody's life, You never know, you run into somebody who's going through some hard stuff, they read one of your books, that's that little bit of joy that they get in that evening that could make a huge difference. So that's all that counts.
So do you have like a website or something that you would like to share?
Yeah, I've got my website, taddgalusha.com. There's a store there where you can get any of my books. And I'm also on social media at Tadd Galusha, Instagram, Twitter. Pretty much those are my mainstays for social. But yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Piece of the Badland. Buy it, man. Like, what the heck?
A plug is always
Yeah, get it. It'll be on my website next week. Get it.
They think order and chaos are somehow opposites and try to control what won't.
I used to fuck guys like you in prison.